welcome to this month's meeting of the East Montgomery County Approval District's Board of Directors. Today is Thursday, June the 9th, and we always begin with a prayer and a pledge, and we will have Director Linda Rogers lead us in prayer, and Isidore Rivera to lead us in the pledges.
Dear gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we come before you tonight with humble hearts and ask you to forgive each and every one of our sins, Lord. We ask you, Lord, if you be with the board tonight, that they make the correct decisions and do the things that are desirable for our communities, Lord. We ask you also to be with all the first responders and the floods that we've had in the last couple of weeks. They did such a tremendous job, Lord, and saved many lives. We ask all this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Please join me in face the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the Texas flag.
Honor Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to these Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you.
The first item on our agenda this evening is to consider comments from the audience, and I understand that no one has signed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop right now, and we are going to pass out the grants that we approved at last month's meeting. And we will begin with the ladies' auxiliary. If you will meet us over here, we will take pictures of you with your check. The next item is to approve the minutes of the Board of Directors meeting on May 12th and May 17th. So we have a motion to approve by Director Pierce and a second by Director Rivera. Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. The next item is to consider execution of the grants, which we already did. Next is to consider the engagement of the auditor to prepare the district's audit report for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2016.
Hello, I'm Virginia with McCall, Sweetland, and Barfoot. Our proposal is for the year ending June 30th, 2016 for audit services. If you look on the letter on page 2 and 3, we list the procedures that are required by both you and us for the audit. At the bottom of page 4, the range for billing will be between $14,000 and $16,000, and the economic development zone is between $1,500 and $80,000. And that's right around what you were last year.
Does anyone have any questions for Virginia? So we would need a motion to approve. We got a motion by Director Pearson, and I'm going to take a second by Director Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. Thank you, Virginia. The next item is to consider review and approval of our sales tax calculations to comply with agreements with Montgomery County ESD 6 and 7, and to take any actions in connection therewith.
This is an annual report that we update every year to reconcile what the ESDs would have received with their sales tax agreement. It's the red binder. And on page 2, we list the steps that we use to prepare the report. Schedule A is for ESD 7. And under that agreement, the monthly donations to be determined by calculating the amount ESD 7 would have received for the sales tax collected, adjusted by the amounts in the economic development zone. Also under that agreement, there was a monthly grant of $6,250 due until 12 consecutive monthly donations were met. We didn't meet that during this fiscal year, so effective in March, it was no longer necessary to do the extra grant. On page 3, we list the Schedule B for ESD number 6. The ESD 6 amount due is $284,542.86 under the agreement, and the prior amount of $234,169.65 was paid September 10th of 2015. On Schedule A, if you'll turn over to the schedules, the total sales tax collected was $616,570.66 for ESD 7. The economic development zone 2 at $13,858.13 subtracted, so the adjusted sales tax amount was $602,712.53. 50% of the net 0.25 sales tax was $301,356.27. I listed the amount paid by EMCID, the grant amount that was deducted up till March when it was no longer due, the net sales tax paid, and the amount due is $137,102.27. On Schedule B, we have the same report for ESP 6. Sales tax collected was $1,975,1741. Economic Zone 1 had $548,777. That was adjusted to $1965,029.64. The sales tax amount was $925,1482. The amount paid by NIMS is $697,971.96. And under this agreement, the sales tax donations based on the greater of $58,164.33 or the amount that would have been collected. So you owe at the end of the year $284,542.86. Schedule C is just a sales tax map to show you where the area is charged. That's all I have. Unless there's any questions.
And do you show that final number that's going to the two to be $65,633.85? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for the team?
So Virginia, just to clarify, in the audit, you guys identified how much we need to write to each example. For ESD number 7, we need to cut a check for $137,000.
Yes.
$102.27.
Right.
And then for ESD 6, that calculation was. Okay, just make sure we got the right number. That number is $284,542.86. Correct? Okay. Just to make sure everybody's looking at the right numbers. Okay.
Thank you.
So we need a motion to accept that? So I need a motion to accept that?
So moved.
The motion by Director Rivera and a second by Director Martin. Any discussion? All in favor? The next item is to consider a financial receipt and cash flow adjustment reports.
You should have received a bookkeeper report earlier in the week. I had a supplement tonight. You just have passed out to you. You'll turn over to page 2. You see your account balances in your operating account. You have $8,957,692.89. Capital projects $95,426.29. 4 is the cash flow for the checks submitted today. You had a balance forward from your original report of $377,045.37. You have receipts of $709,517.98. The sales tax would show on the website today. It's not done yet, but I want to go ahead and report it for you. That was those two, $6,475.32 and $652,268.84. We have disbursements of checks number 13,230 through 13,252, totaling $161,908, leaving $924, $613.27 in your general operating. The rest of the report is unchanged, other than any May invoices that may have changed the budget, just whatever ones were made. Your pledge securities summary is on page 8 and 9, and those are all the same as the report. And that's all the reports. If you have any question on either of those reports, would you have to answer?
Anybody have any questions? Okay, if not, I will make a motion.
Accept the bookkeeper's report as presented.
Motion by Director Hess, second by Director Peterson. Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move the item 7 to until after executive session. So the next item is going to be to consider the approval of emergency grant request from Montgomery County Hospital Precinct 4 for flood rescue equipment and taking any action.
And typically, this goes through our grant process, but given the weather conditions and everything that's happened in our community in the last 30 to 60 days, and we all having to wear flippers, we had an emergency request for equipment that the constable's office had presented to us. I want to bring to you guys to consider as emergency request for them to go out and perform their job in the event this does happen again. It seems to be a frequent occurrence, and hopefully no more. But this request was presented, and also they did not utilize the full amount of the Safe Shopper program, so there is still some money that was available in that grant, but I wanted this emergency grant to come to you guys so you could approve it and at least consider the constable's office request for emergency funding.
You want to tell us, Barry, what it's?
Yeah, just turn your mic, want to sit on? The mic? Mic check.
So, Riley and I, we developed a soil flood rescue team. Before we were cops, we were firemen, and we performed soil flood rescue out here for Spindle Fire Department. We were, being a fireman at. We did that since 1987, and we did water rescues in just about every flood in the Spindle area and some of the Duquesne area. And when we were with the Sheriff's Department, we ran the Sheriff's Department soil flood rescue team. And whenever he was elected, we developed our own soil flood rescue team. We have boats, and since this year, we've deployed our team 4 times. That doesn't mean we just put the boat in the water 4 times. It means that we've been on 4 different operations. Some of these water rescues that we do will last up to 5 hours just to get, one person out of the house. It's pretty devastating seeing that. We've upped our team to a 12-man team now, so we're going to need to bring them up to some gear. You can't just wear any life jacket out there. You have to have a special life jacket that you can tie onto, and you can be pulled up by a helicopter if you have to. Helmets and wetsuits. You have to wear wetsuits. The ants and the snakes will get you and a lot of our fences. But I was on the last flood that we had, and we were actually got sent to Mighty Weekend to do rescues. And while we were out there, they were doing rescues here. So the Sheriff's Department gave us an airboat. We have a boat. We broke a boat. We bought another boat, and now we brought our team up, and now we just need to put it into some gear, proper gear.
And what equipment exactly are you needing in order to
We have a bid, I don't know if you guys have a copy of that bid. We buy our equipment from a company in Montgomery County. It's located out by Lake Conroe. Most of the fire departments in Montgomery County, they buy their water rescue gear from this company. We bought them from them before. It's life vest, helmets, we use carabiners a lot, throw bags, water shoes. I think that's pretty much what it is. Life jackets consist of each life jacket has a whistle and emergency beacon, strobe, headlights. It's not a whole lot of equipment, but it's enough to bring our 12-man team up to where everybody's in the proper equipment. So we already had some wetsuits, some surplus on wetsuits. Really good with that.
And so this is the only equipment that you need to make sure that everybody is safely out there.
That's what we need. We greatly appreciate it if you guys would help us out there, because it can definitely be used, and unfortunately, we'll see us having to use it again.
I move that we approve the $2,153.27 request from Montgomery County Constable Precinct 4 for flood rescue equipment.
You know, second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Director Pierce.
I thought it was going to be an airboat.
We do have an airboat. The Sheriff's Department gave us one of their old airboats, and we were able to take some of our asset forfeiture money and put a little into it, and we have it up and running. We did a lot of rescues in it in the last flood.
Okay, so we have a motion by Director Pierce and a second by Director Rivera, and is there any discussion?
Just what we talking about for the money,
$2,163.27.
Yeah, look at, everybody should have a copy of it. Look at your supplement back there. It's in your supplement. Look behind it. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Okay.
While they're looking at that, I'll say that y'all did a good job. You and the fire department, y'all are out there doing a lot of water rescues. I think it's on record number of the sites.
Appreciate it. We work hand in hand with EMC Fire and Florida Fire. This last flood, we actually stationed with EMC, and they set up a ground command. And because you take in so many calls, police dispatch did some, and fire dispatch did some about the same time. We know during flood what they are, what kind of calls they are, what part of the neighborhood, what kind of boats we can take, what type of equipment we can take. So we run with them no matter what.
Do you know how many rescues y'all made in the last?
EMC Fire by themselves, I think, made over 100. And that's not including what Porter did. That's just 2 fire departments in this county. So the fire departments ran a lot. We evacuated probably well over 70 people, because we have a 6-ton truck that we use also. Normally how we do it is the boats go to the house, bring the people to the 6-ton truck, load them in it, we load 20 at a time, and take them to a safe place. Usually a school bus will pick them up, take them to a shelter. And we worked right at 23 hours. I was in a wetsuit for 16 hours. So it was some long days.
Oh, we all do appreciate everything y'all do, just to be your regular phone meeting and then to fill it up and on. Is there any other discussion?
$2,100,
That's it. With the rescue stuff for water rescue, it didn't cost that much. I think one of the bigger costs is carabiners, and we go for the carabiners.
I think one of the best is just I get on.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, and if there's no further discussion, all in favor of approving the grant? Unanimous, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next, are there any announcements?
We got the 4th of July, coming up on the 4th of July is on Monday. That in running for us.
Is there a parade?
It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to be 3 here. There's going to be a lot more bands this year than before. I think it's 3 bands. Not sure what time it starts. The bands come on probably around 1 o'clock or so.
I think so.
Something like that.
We can barely hear y'all. Y'all have y'all speakers on?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're on.
Okay, any other announcements? All right, hearing none, we will Texas Government Code pending or contemplated litigation pursuant to section 551.071 Texas Government Code, matters in which the duty of the attorney to the district under the Texas Disciplinary Rules of Professional Conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflict with chapter 551 Texas Government Code pursuant to section 551.071 Texas Government Code, personnel matters pursuant to section 551.074 Texas Government Code, and economic development negotiations pursuant to section 551.087 Texas Government Code. We stand in recess at 6:59. Okay, we are back in session. It is 9:03. Our next item is to consider the status of the development in the district's 12.85 acre site regarding the TxDOT condemnation.
Yeah, just to kind of update you in regards to that, our case is finalized with TxDOT and overall received approximately $4 million in proceeds for the taking that was implemented by TxDOT across the front of our building and basically rendering our southern development site unusable and impacting our festivals and particularly our parking in a way that we can continue to operate in our facility. So I know our board will be looking at how that can impact the utilization of this facility and making some decisions in the future about how that will impact us going down the road. But the case is over, and the judgment was in our favor, and we're looking at utilizing those proceeds to make renovations to this building or look at some other facility in the future, and we'll be making that decision in the next few months.
Okay. The next item will be to consider report on activities within the industrial park.
Do we need number 7?
No, I'm going to do that after those. Thank you.
Okay, I'll take A through H and M and N on this.
Okay.
Okay, status of dirt sale. We have not sold any more dirt, but we have talked to one person in particular out there that's probably going to need a lot of dirt, heat controls, and he's interested, but it's been so wet we hadn't been able to really finalize his plans and stuff. The next item is the status of the road construction, section 3. As I tell you every month, until the ditch is finished, we can't put the road in. And the ditch, I'll give you an update on the ditch, it's not on your agenda. They've been steadily working out there. They moved, of course, with all this rain, they only got to move 20,000 yards of dirt last month, which isn't much for them, but at least they're trying. And it's just now drying out enough. They're out there now working. The next item is the approval of plans and specs for section 4. We've been kind of holding off on that and plat till we find out exactly where some of these people that you tried to get in out there are going to end up. We have finished some plans. They're at the county now being signed. The utilities have been approved by the TCP. We've got their letter on those. So as soon as we, finalize a few other things with your potential clients out there, then we're ready to bid it. So get them in pretty quick. The next item is the wastewater lift station. He's essentially doing everything he can do till we get the utilities in, and that's kind of relying on the ditch. He's put all the pumps in, he's got the wet well sunk. I don't want him putting in anything above ground because it will just sit there and it has a tendency to disappear over time. So we'll finish that up. He's kind of pulled off now until we can get the utilities so we can tie everything in, get everything secure and all that. He did not have a pay application this month. It was 0. The next item is the status of the contract Quadvest for water distribution. That is relying on the ditch because we're having to fill so much. That they're going to come right where that fill is. If we do it now, then no telling where it's going to end up. Plus, you don't want to have two contractors on top of each other, blaming each other for doing different stuff. The next item is the sign. 1314 is finished. Lights are up, landscape. Hope everybody's happy with it, the way it turned out. So I guess that can come off the agenda next month.
Has anybody been there by night, at nighttime? Has anybody seen it at night? I think it looks like the runway. I mean, you can land airplanes. It's bright. So, okay. I was just curious. Okay.
It's what, 2 years in the making?
I don't know if it's 2 years, but it's been a while to get the lease and get, secure the land. And then we went through the bid twice, and then finally found them, bid it, and then they're on the buy board. So the next time, to segue into that, National was on the buy board, so you're able to just call them and get the sign going. The clearing is half done. He's cleared up to the concrete place. Met with him today. He's got to clear to the ditch now, so that'll be done. So you can view it coming from the north to the south. And he knows exactly what to do. As soon as it dries up a little bit, he's getting in there and doing that. National signs has been out there. They've actually put little stakes in. Their sign is being built right now. They're still on the July date, so that's going a lot quicker. And they'll have their own lights on this one. They're going to actually put the lights in, so all we got to do is put electricity. There's no landscaping because it's going to be elevated up above the guardrail. There's no, it should go a lot easier.
And they've done it once, so they built the first one, so this one's not going to be difficult.
No, it's just elevated. The most difficult part in this sign is getting a crane in there to put it on. They're trying to figure that out right now because you got that guardrail right there. You can't close 1485 off. There's a path along the building he make and take. So they're working all that out. That's their deal.
Joe, are we paying National Sign on a monthly basis or?
You don't pay until they do it.
No, I mean, the one that's already finished, do we pay? Pardon me?
You pay for it.
National Sign? What is it costing per month or?
No, it's big.
To lease the land?
No, the sign too.
The sign is paid for.
Yeah, but, okay.
The sign was,
About 67, Joe?
yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, it was under 70. It was around 67,000, I think.
Total, that's total.
Yeah.
That's including landscaping,
Yeah.
the sign,
Yeah.
everything.
I think that's where we ended up.
And what do we pay National Sign for on a monthly basis? Anything?
Nothing. No,
No more
National
cost.
Sign was just for the sign.
Okay.
Our cost, we have an annual lease with the property owner that we pay the property owner a lease, but there's no other monthly charges. We may have some electrical or some water for landscaping, but that's it.
Okay.
So there's nothing that we still owe National Sign for on that
Okay.
property.
I used National Sign years past and
Yeah.
mine was so much per month and of course they did all the
You
erecting and everything else.
off this sign.
Yeah, okay. You got me.
And speaking of that, we're still, even with this clearing, we're still under budget on this other one. I think I told you the same thing, 80,000 total, so we're gonna come in under budget. The next item is, this is general ballistics and the shooting range. And we have, I'm on the point some stuff. The architect is working on the building right now. He's actually designing the office portion, which is the front portion, and drawing it up. The back portion, we've got to get this explosion engineered with general ballistics. The set where its bunkers are going to go, even though they're portable, we still got to set all the stuff we got to put. He may have to build some cinder block stuff in there that's completely, you can tear it out and use whatever's in there. So that that's going on right now. And Vance, the general district guy, is real happy with everything. I talked to him Monday. He said, he's there. The shooting range, Steve and I met with Conroe, their shooting range. So got some good ideas out there. It's 100 meters, about 30 meters. That's on that site slab. I had to go put in a 25-foot back berm, and you'll have, when we do the plans, finish the plans, you'll have a electric shield on top of it, where if you get a bullet, you flank up and get that instead of flying over. The side berms are going to be 12 foot high. There'll be a 3-to-1 slope, keep slugging off. 2-to-1 will use more select fill, so it won't slug off. There is select fill, we tested down at the, where you're going to take dirt from Central Pine, so we'll take all that dirt out there and move it right up. Stephen had some suggestions, going to the bathrooms, which will be in later, so we're going to put it right here, that's 20 by 20, and 2 10 by 10 bathrooms out there. That can be added later. The way we'll end it, we'll put like a retaining wall, post up, and then boards across, and then keep the ends from sweating off. We've got like 30 foot between the parking and the end of the range, so I'm hoping that's going to be adequate. What's that? What's wrong?
Is that good?
I just saw her move it down for you.
Yeah, we had to park real road.
The parking I see, but the building, I mean, the berm itself, is it crooked?
No, because back here, that's the only way I can put it in.
Oh, okay.
This is kind of a good deal because the lady's house is right here.
Oh, I'm just making sure it's not just me.
No, it is because of this angle, that angle up there.
Gotcha.
This will build, there's another 20 by 20 building, and it'll be eventually a 2-story building. The bottom floor will be storage for a little office or whatever, and then on top of it, they all suggested have an observation deck. So you could actually spot them and see what they're doing. So it'll be built in the berm too, right there. That's about it. We'll finish up the plans on this. And I talked to Dave today, and I think you don't want to bid this till the buildings yet, right? Or you want to go ahead?
No, Joe. So my comments were, I talked to Vance this morning also, and we're not ready to bid that until he executes the lease. I'm not doing any, once he executes the lease, then I'm good, but nothing until he executes the lease. And we're going to be talking about that in the morning. I think we're 90% there on the lease.
Yeah, we'll still have to submit plans to the county for approval, not for the shooting range itself, but for the site.
Yeah.
And so we'll go ahead and take care of all that and just be ready to bid. That's essentially it.
Does anybody have any questions for Joe? Okay.
The other item is, well, that's 13, 14, so I guess we got that. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Joe. And you want to discuss the?
Yeah, nothing on Command Energy on item I. On item J, you'll notice Keysteel has started some of their expansion. They have a pad facility out in the back that they're storing product on. They haven't started on their building, but they did expand, and they've got some additional laydown area in the back of their existing building. Nothing material. Lease agreement with General Ballistics. We're in agreement on about 90% of that. And we got a phone call in the morning. We're going to talk and get that all finished up in the morning. He's got a meeting with his investors this afternoon that he needed to go through some things. But we should have that the lease finished up by tomorrow afternoon. And then once again, the range, we're not, until I have an executed lease, we're not moving any further forward on the range. And then that will come to you guys for approval as well.
Okay, we're going to go back to item number 7, which is the budget. So before we could begin discussion, I would need a motion to accept the budget.
I'll I propose we accept the budget as written.
Okay, I have a motion by Director Rogers and a second by Director Pearson. Is there any discussion? Anybody have?
The only thing, is there an income in relation to 17004 placed in here, or is that just going to be like a bonus? 17004?
Okay, on special events?
Yeah, is there supposed to be an income on that that's going to have a lot, or if we do have an income from it, then it'll just be a bonus?
If there's income, it would be an offset against the expenses, yeah. But again, our anticipation in our event, what comprises this budget category is the festivals. We're programmed for 3 festivals next year, in addition to other special events you guys may attend in our community. And then on top of that, we put in about $300,000 for the music festival as a loss carry forward. We may have some income revenue, we may have some other expenses, but we net out $300,000 for the first year. We're not anticipating making money the first year to start out the event, but we're looking at growing into that, over 3 to 5 years. Just as any business, you don't start out making income your first year. It takes a few years to get there. But we do have $300,000 allocated toward, losses for that event for the year.
Yeah, that kind of, that's where I'm still trying to get clarification that, does this amount include the income or not including the income? The offset it?
It does not. It is not.
So that's not even being considered the income?
No,
Okay.
no.
So if
The first thing we'll do is we'll get a budget put together and then get with you guys and say, well, here's our event, and here's what we think we're going to spend, here's projected revenue, go execute. And that'll be to you guys, because we need to start booking talent probably 12 months to 9 months in advance, and we'll have Billy get together with us in regards to getting you a pro forma put together. You've already seen one I showed you guys several months ago. But the budgeted item that I included in here was anticipating a loss for the first year, just because it's our first year. And if we make an income, great. But we want to make sure we certainly don't exceed this loss number and protect ourselves against any other negative aspects in our budget for the year. And that's the most important thing. So I took worst case scenario.
Okay, so this is worst case scenario?
Yeah.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, and if we do better, then super.
Okay.
If we do worse, then shame on
That's
us.
exactly the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably do
Thanks.
better. This
Yeah.
first year was a template for it, it's never been done.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Is there any other discussion? Okay, if not, we have a motion and a second. All in favor of approving the budget? Unanimous, thank you. The next item is the update on the splash pad in Splendora.
Go ahead. No, you got it. You're cooking. Go right ahead.
Okay, we have received shop drawings and approved and sent them back to them. And we went out and staked the site, so they should be starting real soon. They, it's a little lead time on getting the equipment in, like he told you. And as soon as he gets it, they're ready to go. So, and everybody seems to be, it just seems to be clicking. We'll find out. The next one is Rolling Forest. I met with Liz this week, and we actually went out with the tape and tried to lay the thing out. It won't fit. So I contacted Craftsman and I sent them, we had done a detailed topo with all the trees and everything. So they're gonna relay the thing and fit it into the trees. And then, I'll run it by this before anything's done, signing the contract. So we're moving on that one. As soon as we get that site, Liz likes it, and it fits in there, we'll do the survey, and then the lease agreement, or however it works with the city, will be done. We got to do the survey, and I don't know what to do the survey on until we get that. So that's moving. Hopefully, it'll be, he said he'd have it back to me Monday or Tuesday, and then we can look at it, see what it looks like. So it's moving right along.
Great, thank you, Jim.
Joe, Did you say the Roman forest is going to be smaller than what the original plan?
You know, I don't know if it's gonna wind up being smaller or just a whole different shape, like a clover leaf kind of deal. She's got a limited area trying to fit it in a Roman
Try
forest.
not to cut down any big trees.
Yeah, there's big trees, we don't wanna cut down any of those, I mean, there's some huge trees out there, we don't wanna, they don't wanna lose.
And that'd be good for providing shade.
If push comes to shove, we'll cut one,
We're trying not to cut any,
try not to.
Okay.
you know, and it's, you know, we'll have a little more maintenance, which they're aware of, because of keeping leaves off and stuff, and they're aware of that. But, you know, it's just a limited space, we're trying to find a space to put the water recycling equipment, because that's gonna be a big tank underground, that you're gonna dig through some roots. We don't wanna do that either if we can avoid it, or limit that. And Liz came up with a good idea where to put it, so we're gonna try to work that in.
Anybody have any other questions for Joe?
I don't know if this is for Joe, but the contract would have to be signed before they even stake it off and stuff, right? So what is the status on getting the contract together?
That's what I was just saying. We gotta figure out what size it's gonna be and where it's at. We'll send the surveyor out there to actually do the survey, and that's attached to the lease agreement with the city. And then you can get all of the craftsmen. We gotta go to the buy board, tell them, you know, that we accept craftsmen, and then they send it to craftsmen, they send it back, and you sign it, and that's it. I mean, it's a quick process.
Oh, that's what I was looking for,
Yeah,
if it was quick.
it's a
Okay.
fairly quick process. The hard part is, it just, they gotta fit it in,
Right.
you know?
Okay.
Anybody else have questions for Joe? Okay, thank you, Joe. Okay, the next item is the status of the agreement with RREI.
Nothing to report there. The current occupants in the process of moving, they're moving their location to Katy. And if you've seen some of the stuff going on, they got very few trucks left on the site. And I think they're letting the lease run out before they actually get started on construction. But we'll see some more stuff from them in the next few months.
Okay.
And then number 16, I think we're going to defer until David comes back.
Okay, we'll defer item number 16. Number 17 is to consider authorizing the completion, executing, and filing with the Secretary of State of Voting Systems the annual filing form relative to the district elections.
It's an annual form that's filed with the Secretary of State.
Does it require a motion?
Yes.
Okay.
Just to authorize us to file it.
Okay.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, we have a motion by Director Carlisle.
I'll second.
Second by Director Martin. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. The next item, we're going to move these two out of order, is to consider review and approval of third amendment to the third amended and restated contract of employment between the district and Frank McCready, and the taking of any actions required in connection therewith.
I move that we approve the third amendment to the contract by extending the terms of employment by 1 year at a salary of $190,496, plus a deferred compensation of up to 10% to be determined at the board's discretion.
Okay, we have a motion. Wait a second.
Second.
Okay. Got a second by Director Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous, thank you.
Madam Chair, I would also make a motion that we offer a 3% leadership retention incentive in addition to the 3% deferred compensation based on the existing contract of employment for Mr. McCready meeting the metrics as set forth in his contract.
We all motion and a second. So was that Director Pearson? Yes. Thank you. Second by Director Pearson. Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. And the next item is to consider the acceptance of oath of office qualification statement, election not to disclose certain information, and certificate of election for elected directors.
Okay, do they typically do oaths?
First,
Yeah, do they typically take their oaths? I'll read them oath, and I just haven't been here, each board did a different one.
yes, but do we have to have a motion to accept them before we take them?
Well, they've got to take the oath and
And then the motion.
And then the motion.
Okay, so we need to offer them down there too?
Yeah, sure, that would be, if I read you the oath, you repeat.
Yes.
Let me draw one of your oaths.
I thought we did this next one.
No, they ran for the election. They got re-elected.
Oh, Lord, have mercy, that is a fine-looking group of people.
No, I'm gonna say your name.
Okay, so everybody hold up your right hand and then repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office
that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office
of Director of East Montgomery County Improvement District
of Director of East Montgomery County.
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend
Preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States.
and of this state, so help me God. Oh, you did? Okay, great. Well, I need to take it.
Been chosen for that for 3 Welcome to the United States Army.
Okay, so now we need a motion to accept the oaths.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion by Director Ibera and a second by Director Carlisle. Any discussion? All in favor? You're not in favor? Unanimous, thank you.
Welcome back, Fred.
Okay, the next item, if I can get to the page. Consider matters for possible placement on future agendas. Okay, hearing none, I move that we adjourn the meeting. And we are adjourned at 9:30.
Let me just tell you all one thing. Once again, thank you all so much. I appreciate everything in regards to the Improvement District. Look forward to another successful year and bringing great things to our district. And we've got a great team up here, and look forward to doing other great things and bringing some other shopping opportunities to our area.
Thank you.
So, thank you all very much.
Thank you for the good job. Great job.